Okay, guys. Whoa! Well, we almost had a catastrophe stroke. We didn't, though. This is a follow-up to a video I did on the Scout camera. Scout camera is a Canon PowerShot SX740 HS. It's a mouthful, so I call it the Scout camera. But the problem with the Scout camera is the thing that makes it great. And the thing that makes it great is it's not a 7-pound camera, DSLR, with a huge lens that you're trying to manipulate and carry all day and get good quality video. And you're not always, I like to run and gun, and sometimes I just need very little, this little case right here that came with the camera, came with the additional weights and everything else, would carry everything. And I can throw that in the seat of a car or a pickup or, backpack. So here's the problem. The camera's tiny. When you go to hold the camera, this is your hand positions. It's not stable, folks. It's good. I mean, at wide angle, it's pretty damn good. At 980 millimeter zoom lens focal length that this is capable of, it's shakier than what. So I needed a solution, and I think this is it. So this is the Neweer Glide Cam, and they're really lightweight, very much made for a small camera setup like this. They give you amazing stability on your shots. It's a glide cam. So it's a glide cam, and it has the ability to move in, move out, move to the side, to the other side, and keep things somewhat in focus, somewhat in frame, and it does a great job. That's not why I bought it. I've used it as a glide cam today, and I'm very impressed with it, but I wanted it more for a steady cam. And steady cam to me means that I can brace now this camera, pull my arms in, and I've got a super steady shot, and I've got multiple points of contact. Especially when I'm doing shots down low, I get the dogs. That's 3 points, and so it's completely steady. I'm not relying on the optical stabilization system that the camera itself has, although that's pretty good too. But yeah, even if I want to take straight on shots, tuck the arms in, I've got this arm, contacting my body. I've got this on the base of the camera, and I've got the ability to move around a little bit with this one. It's amazing. It's amazing how stable the shots become. The other thing is, even if I just want 2 points of contact and I want to manipulate my controls on the camera, that's always been an issue. Trying to hold the camera steady with just one hand while you're trying to manipulate it. Just had a bit of a glitch. I ran out of card in the camera that was filming this, so I think where I was at, and I'm pretty sure, was we were talking about having points of contact and the ability to hit these controls, so that if you're using the camera and you want to manipulate all your controls, and there's quite a few on it, it's possible. So I can, for example, we're recording right now, and you can see that I can zoom in and zoom out. I can change it over to auto, full auto, and start taking pictures if I want. So pretty cool. And one thing I would tell you that I forgot: when you balance this glide cam, you have to balance it with the camera on, because it'll throw the weight forward. So something to think about. Sometime I'll do a video, I think, down the road about just, you know, using glide cams in general. And, you know, this is the simplest one and that I've ever used, and probably one of the easiest to use. So highly recommend the Neweer. You know, the quality of the build's good. It's carbon fiber. The gimbal head itself, smooth as could be. It's not $600, folks. Not like my, I've got an HD 4000 GlideCam, you know, for the big rig. It's a beast. It will give you a workout. 5 minutes holding that thing, you think you've been at the gym all day. So, okay, let me turn this off again. We'll put it aside. So, I hope this is helpful, you know, to you guys. You don't have to have the Canon. You could have a Sony. You could have a Panasonic. You could have any point and shoot. And I think this solves a lot of problems with those cameras. I don't think I've seen anything on YouTube that kind of discusses it. You know, these little lightweight small cameras that everybody loves and then they love to hate. So, yeah, it was a problem looking for a solution. I think that's the solution for you. We're going to take it out in a minute. I'm going to chase dogs through the woods, give you an idea of what it's capable of as far as using it as both a glide cam and a steady cam. And a couple of techniques. Nothing big deal, but it'll show you that it's something that I think you might want to consider for yourself, and I think it might be of benefit to you, and it's not an expensive fix. So I want you to love the camera you got and not put it aside, buy it, use it a little bit, use it mostly for, like, you know, family outings and stuff. That little camera right there can do a impressive job on vlogging and in video. So have a good day. You know, stick around, take a look at the film of the, you know, the mutts running around. I got 2 border collies that they're characters, and I'll take them out and we'll just try to get a little bit of footage of this thing in action. So stay with me. All right, so I am on a glide cam. Right now I'm holding the gimbal head and the bottom of the glide cam so I can get a nice tilt shot of Danny here. And it's stable. I mean, it holds very stable, much more stable with this grip than with holding the camera itself. And yet I can just let go of everything. And now I'm basically on the glide cam, walking towards that tree. Now I'm walking backwards, downhill and backwards. A real steady shot. I think the stabilization's pretty good. Now I'm going to grab it two-handed, swing it quick, and chase some dogs. That one's Jack. Jack's a good boy. But amazing how steady. Just using bracing the Steadicam even at angles. And I can pan up, pan down smoothly now, which I couldn't do with holding the camera body itself. And the other thing that I can do now is zoom in. Yep, yeah, take my finger off the camera. And hopefully, let's see how this works. I can hold a pretty steady shot zoomed in. Usually that's really shaky footage. And I'm going to flip the screen up so it'll be a little bouncy for a second, because we were zoomed in pretty high. Now it's a selfie stick. And it's really comfortable. And it's really uncomfortable holding the SX740HS Canon PowerShot that I call the Scout camera, one-handed, because basically it's shaky. It's just really shaky. And so this Neweer Glide Cam really takes care of that issue. And I'm going to zoom in on myself a little bit, see how we do for focus, and then zoom right out again. And left, right. I think my face stays in focus perfectly with this. So, yeah, I'll get some pictures up of the setup, and let's go inside. And we're recording. Okay. So gang, that's how we started the video. Let's end it on the same stroke. At any rate, it's a awesome little rig. It's a Neweer again. I've got just two washers, two fender washers balancing this thing. And you know, when you balance a glide cam, what you're looking for is its drop time. It wants to be less than 2 seconds. 101, 102. Hit the thing. Let's do it again. Alright, that's a little better. So it wants to be fairly slow. And that's the beauty of it. So easy to set up. The Neweer has a scale. So I know that if I set this camera up on the base plate in the exact same position each time, and I have a registration mark that I use on the camera, if I go to 4, it goes 0 to 5, but if I go to 4 tenths, it's all in tenths, it's probably centimeters actually, I can take this thing on and off at will, and it will balance again immediately. If there's anything, it's going to be a micro adjustment. I'm not going to have to do side to side because that's fixed, and I've already set it with this one, and this one is what allows me to go back and forth or just drop the camera like that. So highly recommend the Neweer. You're not going to spend a fortune on it. It's well made. The camera loves it. I like it. I think it was a perfect complement to the Scout camera, and easy peasy. Off, ready to go. I can take this thing independent anywhere that I want to go, and throw this base plate basically back in position and lock it down and done. So little tiny camera has, you know, issues with steadiness and, you know, too much coffee with me, I guess, maybe. Could be. And so there you go, gang. Hey, I want you to have a nice day. I hope this video helped. I hope that you learned something from it and maybe gained a little confidence in the little camera you bought, and maybe set aside. I think these things are fabulous. These point and shoots have come so far from the beginning. My God, they were 35mm film cameras when they started. Have a great day. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you.